We're talking VW T5s, T5.1, 5.2, T6s, I think T6.1. I think they've all got the same fan in them. So basically what the problem today is, we've got the heater fan for the windscreen and everything just won't work. So this video is for you if you've got a problem with your heater fan, because we'll go through all the different things that it could be. Now I haven't got a new fan with me, so I'm going to try and fix the fan that's in there. So let's see. Okay, so what the problem is, let's get straight to the point. Amazing how it, without the fan, and it's really cold here, it's in the minuses and snow, and you can't drive. So it sort of renders the van useless. So you put the key in, turn it on, and when you turn this here, you got nothing. Nothing, 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing. Just before this went, the fan used to make a bit of a squeaking noise, and then sometimes it does come back and it works very briefly, but very slowly. So even on 4, it's just ticking over slowly. So I think what's happened is it's all seized up in there, and the cold has just made the friction too much. I'm not too sure whether the fans are induction, in which case it has got no startup torque, in which case if it's got a stiff bearing, that's enough to stop the thing running properly. Anyway, you might have a situation where 1, 2 and 3 don't work and 4 works. If that's the case, it's basically the thermostat which is in the fan housing that needs to be changed. But it doesn't matter either way, you've got to take all these panels off to get to the fan. Of course, before anything, check your fuses. If nothing works at all, just make sure fuse hasn't gone, and the way to do that is get your voltmeter or continuity tester, and you don't need to take all the fuses out. You can just basically push the probes on the little bare bits on the fuse either side, and if it's got continuity, you know the fuse is good. Anyway, let's assume you've done that, you know you've got power there, but of course we can check for power once we get all this panel off. Okay, straight to the chase. Oh, by the way, guys, I always forget and I leave it to the end, and I don't know how many people stay to the end, but if you like the channel, please give me a thumbs up, or you like the video. If you like the channel and you want to see more stuff, then please subscribe. Okay, so what we've got to do, doesn't matter whether it's a left-hand drive or a right-hand drive. This is a left-hand drive, so we're doing obviously the passenger side on the left-hand drive. If you're on the right-hand drive, you do the passenger side on the right-hand drive. Okay, the first thing is we've got to take this end panel off. Now this has got an airbag, so I've turned the airbag to off, and then what we have to do is get a trim thing, but I'm just going to use that trim bit in there. Look, there we are, that's popped off there. Okay, so the way that works, you take that off like that gently. There's a cable there. Now I don't know whether actually you even need to undo that. I'm a bit dubious with the ABS to undo it, because it might create a fault on that, and have to just more hassle. Okay, so now what we need to do is take this panel off here. So this is a clip we put under here, and we'll clip off this panel here, and then we have to take the airbag panel off, and then we have to take this whole lower casing off. Here you just put a little screwdriver under there to get that bit off. Look, and then you've got clips here, and that comes off. So we'll put that there. So that's obviously revealing one of the screws there. So we've got one screw there, and I think we've got another screw here. I reckon we've got some underneath here. So yeah, we've got one underneath there as well. All right, so we've got one there, and one under there. And that's just these on this end. Okay, now I think we also need to get this off as well. But let me just undo those screws there, and this might be loose, and help me get that off. Right, you need a T20 for these. Put a big little T20 in there, and they'll come out. Yeah, that one's out, and then I've got one right underneath there, so let me do that. Just undone that, taking that off of there. Now if you've got don't turn the ignition on, because you will get a fault, and then you'll have to clear that fault. Okay, so let me just do that one screw under there. I've got that bottom screw off, I've got that one there and that one there, look, and that comes there. I might not even need to take this panel off. Okay, so look, these pop out here. Okay, so I'm going to have some more under here, which I'll need to find. So let me find them, and I'll come back. So we unclip the fuse fuse panel cover. So some has a little screw there. These ones on the 5.2s, you just pull this down here, so there's no screws here. Right, so in here we've got a couple of bolts. So let me get my torch, and then you can see. Okay, we've got a bolt there. I say bolt, they're little screws, aren't they? There's one there, and there's another one there on the side there, and there's another one up the top there. So it's 3. 1, 2, 3, and then I think I've got one down here. Yeah, look, there's one in a little hole there, which we need to do, and then I think that will then allow us to take that whole panel off. This is where some of them can slightly differ. This one's got a panel under here, so I've got 3 bolts here, 3 screws here, 1, 2, 3, and if you take these off, and I can take this panel out. That's one I need. Now, not all of them, you have to take this off, because some of them you can get to everything from under there. But so I've just showed you how to get this panel off if you need to do that. But let me just take this bottom panel off, and I might find mine one I can get to everything under there. To get that panel off, there's those 3 screws. Then this panel here just comes down like that, look. So you don't actually need to take that off. So the fan is there, look. There's the fan there. So let me just tidy this up, and then we'll work on the fan. So I've tucked up the insulation out the way. So this is the main power supply. That there, not there, and you've got a bolt there and a bolt there. That is your thermostat, and that's what you need to change if your fan works on 4 but not on 1, 2, 3. So you just undo that, and change that thermostat. So it pulls out and put a new one in. I'll give you a link on the description for that. Now this is the fan. Now the fan has got a bolt there, bolt in a similar position on the other side, and then you've got 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are 5.5s. 5.5 millimeter hex bit. So let me just undo those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I just need to disconnect the power supply before I do that. But if you want to check to see whether you've got any power there, if you're worried about the fact it might just be that you haven't got any power, the switch is faulty or the fuse is gone, you can always just run a multimeter across those 2 and check you've got power. And that's a better angle there for that. If you want to disconnect that, they're just two little levers, look, there and there. So we pull them in and pull that out there. Okay, that's the power for the fan. Now we don't need to take the thermostat out. We're just going to drop the whole fan out. Okay, so I want to check that I've got some power there. I'll go and get my voltmeter, but I'm almost certain, in fact, it's the fan that's not working properly. So I need to undo that bolt there, same there, and the 4 under there. Then that should all just slide out. Okay, so you should have 6 bolts there, and that's all. Now what we should do is you should be gently be able to pull this down. There, look, see, this thing comes down like this. I just need to check there's nothing at the back there. Let me just get down on all 4s and I'll just show. There's a sneaky little one there. There's another one there. So there's actually 7. That's interesting. There's some of them. Yeah, look, there's one there. Yeah, look. I'll do that 7th one. And this fan here, look at that, drops out. So look there, you can see the thermostat there. There, look, there's the thermostat sticking in there. Yeah. So that cabin filter needs to change. Blimey, that's filthy. So now here's my fan here. So let's go and take that inside, see if we can fix it. All right, I've just plugged that back in and just quickly put that back in place. I'm going to turn the ignition on and turn the fan on and see if I've got any power, and I'll just get my voltmeter down there and show you how to check for that. So now I'm going to put my ignition in. Okay, so I've just got like a household tester. This goes from 12 volts to 690, but look, there, that tells you I've got continuity. Yeah, that's continuity, and then if I put it across power, it'll tell me if I've got 12 volts. So let me put the ignition in and turn it on. Okay, so I've put the ignition in, turn the fan on to 4. So now what I can do is get this here quickly, put those across there and see what it is. But I need 2 hands for that, so let me do that. Yeah, that's the best I can do with one hand. But look, you see I've got 11 volts there, so that's working. So I now know it's a fault with the motor. I might need to buy a new motor. Again, I'll put a link on there on the internet, from the internet. But let me just go and plug that. I'm going to plug that in there and see if it works. Okay, don't do this at home. It's just hanging there by the thing. Look, I put it on full power now. It doesn't work, but it does work if I. Yeah, now it works. Yeah, so I'm going to take it apart and see if it's seized or not. The bearing might be a bit seized up. There, so it sort of works. Okay, let me unplug that and we'll go inside. Okay, we're inside now. So you've got 4 rubber tabs, one there, one there, one there, one there. So you just get screwed up and push those in, and then that allows you to take the whole thing off, take the whole motor out. Let me just get that off in 2 hands. I think that could be a bit of a problem. So what we're going to do now is go and get the vacuum, and we'll vacuum all that up, and I'll put some grease on the bearing. Okay, I've cleaned that all up with a vacuum cleaner. I've sprayed a load of WD-40 on that, and I've also sprayed it on the bearing on the other side by putting it down through there and onto there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to push that back in there, go back out to the van and try it out. Put these rubbers back. You have to get it in there, and then you have to push them down here with a screwdriver to get them through, so that they're completely. There we are. You hear it's in, because look, if you look at that one there, you can see there, look, it's not in. Very difficult to see. It's not in. It's sticking up here a bit. It's sticking up there a bit. You've just got to push that down there. Okay, so you hold it there and push it in there. So you need to go around and make sure that they've popped. It's popped out on all four locators. Otherwise, the thing will start vibrating in the housing. Okay, so that's all done. So I can go and plug that back in and see how it goes. So I've just plugged that in. Look, it's a different fan, man. It's quiet. It's doing its job. And look. Look at that, lovely. So I reckon that might actually be an induction mode, because if any restriction on startup, the things won't run. But that's running really nicely. So that was the grease and WD-40 in the bearings there. So I'm going to plug all that back in. So basically, that has been fixed for free. So I don't know whether the only thing you need to be wary about putting it back together, I'll save you time, guys, is that you've got to make sure it's clipped in here. This is a little. It's really important that it gets clipped in there. It runs in a slot inside, there, and then clips in there nicely. So let me put that in, and then I'll come towards the end of the video. Okay, so when you put that in, make sure it's all nice. And got one up there, just holding it up there. So I'll put all the rest of the bolts back in. Okay, I've put it back in. I've just tried it. Look, got a bit of a funny noise now, so I need to go and. That's obviously hitting something. So I take it out and check. Okay. So that tapping was just hitting that cable there. You see there's a cable there that when you put it back in, that will obviously need to be pushed down. So I've just got my trusted there. I've just pushed that cable there down. Yeah, it was just rubbing ever so gently against the back of here, making a ticking noise, okay? Yeah, so just make sure those cables there, look, are not touching the back of the fan there. Okay, that's all back in, listen. No noise at all. So just be careful when you put that fan to make sure that cable's not hitting the back of it. So you don't need to take the airbag out or anything like that. So I'm now going to put all that back together again, which you don't need to watch me do that. So look, we've done that for free. So you fixed the whole motor. It hasn't cost you a penny. Just a little bit of your time and a bit of WD-40 in there. I just sprayed some WD-40 and cleaned it all up with the vacuum and a brush. So hope you like the channel. Hope you like this video. Just remember, the most important thing, you can do it. And see you on the next video. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe.